Oh,
Hey, peace to you. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I was
Okay.
wondering, I don't have a Quran in front of me right now, but if you could continue reading that verse,
What
because
verse?
you're,
What
I'm sorry,
verse?
the verse you were just referring to, that if you're in doubt,
Okay,
to,
that's
because
1094.
if you, yeah, I don't have a Quran in front of me, but if my recollection is, if you continue reading it, Allah is clear to say, but do not doubt what I'm telling you here. And
Right.
I was wondering if you could read the whole verse.
I read the whole verse. I don't know if you was here when I was reading it, but I did read it. So does that change anything? Does that change the argument, or does that answer the argument? No, it doesn't. So he still
Well,
tells him that if you are in doubt, to go to those people, right?
if you're in doubt about these stories that I'm telling you, then go to the people who are familiar with these stories
The
to
Arabic
see
says
if they're
revelation, but it's okay. I go with story. It's not going to change anything.
right.
So,
Okay.
so
So the
regarding the
point the
stories, though, if
yeah, go
Muhammad were
ahead.
to be in doubt about them, he's supposed to go to the people who read the previous scriptures before him, right?
Yes.
Okay. What about if the story contradicts what's in the previous scriptures? What would be the conclusion?
Well, that's my point. If you continue with that within the, as I said, I don't have a Quran in front of me, but I know it specifically says, "But do not doubt what I am telling you now."
Hmm.
After Allah says to go and confirm it with these people.
Yeah. So
That's
I'm not saying that Muhammad doubted. That's not what I'm saying right now, right? Although he did, I can actually I can prove it to you that he did, and he went against Allah's words. I can show you all of that, but that's not the argument right now. I can grant you that he did not doubt. But if he were to doubt, Allah is sending him to the people who read the previous scriptures, right?
Yes, but sir, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you realize you've got us caught in this loop, and I'm trying to give you the out of the loop by continuing in that verse, in those verses, after Allah says, if you have any doubt about these stories, confirm it with those who are familiar with the stories. However, Allah goes on to say, do not doubt what I am telling you, and do not become as one of the disbelievers. So he specifically tells Muhammad to believe in what he's being told, and you don't seem to want to read that part. So,
I've
I
read the part. Again, I'm not saying that Muhammad doubted. That's not what I'm arguing here. I'm not claiming that he did, although I can. But that is not what I'm arguing. I just want you to follow what I'm saying. I'm just saying,
was
according to the verse, Muhammad is being sent to the people who read the previous scriptures, right?
right,
Okay,
right.
that is if he doubt the Quran, correct?
If he doubts the stories that he's being told, yes. Now we're taking this
Are
completely out of
stories revelation?
they are revelations being
Okay.
given to Muhammad. Yes, they are.
All right. So if he doubt revelation or stories, is not going to change anything. It's a story if he's going to make you feel more comfortable. So if he doubts the story, he should go to the people who read the previous scriptures, correct?
Right,
Now,
right.
if he
So
goes to
example
them
for
and that
yeah,
tells
go ahead.
them that his stories contradicts their stories that is found in the previous scriptures, what will be the conclusion?
Right. I understand that, but show me where he was contradicted. That's
Brother?
where was he contradicted?
Yeah, for
Where in
example,
the Quran does it say he went to them and they contradicted his story? Tell me that.
yeah. So, for example, in the Quran, how many days Zachariah did not speak when the angel appeared to him,
I,
according to the Quran?
I'm sorry. Say that again. I don't know that I
How
understood.
long Zachariah was muted by the angel when the angel appeared to him and he told him that he's going to have a son?
Zechariah asked for a sign, and they said, "The sign shall be that you shall not communicate except with gestures for
For
three
how?
days."
Okay, for 3 days. Now, according to the previous scriptures, is until John is born. That is a contradiction.
Okay, so you've complete. As I said, sir, I don't have a Quran in front of me. So if you're going to pick and choose these things, you could at least be respectful enough to read and tell me what verse we're referring to. I don't have it committed to memory.
Well, I respect that, but you got the verse from the Quran itself. You already know that Zechariah did not speak for 3 days, correct? I can simply show the Bible where the Quran contradicts it, right? Or do I need to show you both?
No, what? I'm sorry. So now what you're going to do is you're going to use today's Bible to that's what you're going to do to refute the Quran. Is that what
Yeah,
you're doing?
yeah, because
Yeah. So
that's the scriptures that the Quran is referring to, right?
are you saying, sir, that and this is your understanding that the Bible that you hold to right now is the exact same books that the people of Muhammad's time were holding to, the
Yep,
people of the books? You're saying it's the exact same?
yep.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Well,
according to the Quran, what do the Christians and the Jews have with them?
Christians and Jews and sapiens who do good and believe in God and the last day shall have their reward,
No,
which is
when
peace.
the Quran says that it is confirming whatever the Jews and the Christians had in the time of your prophet, what is that we had with us that the Quran is confirming? I didn't even show my
They
screen.
had the five books of Moses
Uh huh.
and they had the Injil,
Which is what?
the teachings of Jesus, not the teachings about Jesus, but the teachings of Jesus.
Okay, the teaching of Jesus. Do you affirm that the teaching of Jesus were written down?
Well, we have to put some trust in some things. First of all, you're saying that the whole Bible is the exact same, and what I'm
Right.
suggesting here
I'm
is
trying
that
to show you that it is. Do you affirm that the teaching of Jesus were written down?
the teachings of Jesus was written down.
Were
I
they?
have to believe. I have to believe that within the context of the Bible, Jesus' teachings are there. Yes.
Okay. So you affirm that the teaching of Jesus were written down. Again, why do you reject what I have today is not the teaching of Jesus? Why?
Jesus didn't teach the entire Bible. I'm talking while Jesus walked the earth with his disciples, when
Hmm.
he dispatched his disciples out, he dispatched them out with a gospel. That gospel is the Injil. That is the teachings of Jesus. That there
Okay.
is only one God. Yeah.
Right. And that teaching of Jesus, the teachings of Jesus were written down by his disciples, right?
We assume that's an assumption. Yes.
No, that's what the Quran says.
The Quran says it was written down by his disciples. I don't
Well,
remember reading that in my Quran.
it doesn't say by his disciples, but it says it was written down. Whoever wrote it
What?
down, the Quran doesn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't remember reading that in the Quran that it was written down. The Injil are the teachings. The
So
Injil as the words came out of Jesus' mouth, that was the Injil. It didn't need to be written down.
well,
What he spoke was
so
the
here it is.
Injil.
According to 1094, Muhammad is being sent to the people who read the previous scriptures. What would that be?
Sir, I've been on this loop. I'm going to say goodbye for now. Peace to you.
Take care. It literally says who read. You cannot read something that is not written. But yeah, that's a tough one. So we don't gotta go to any other verse. 1094 is sufficient. It shows that the Injil was written down. Not even that. They have no reason to reject what we have today as the Injil. No reason at all. They can't even do it. They cannot afford to do it. They can't. They can't. Yeah, again, that one verse destroyed the whole Quran, the whole religion of Islam. One verse, 1094, shows that the Quran has been corrupted. Why? Because it shows that the previous scriptures have authority over the Quran. But unfortunately for them, the Quran contradicts the previous scriptures. Therefore, conclusion, the Quran has been corrupted. Such an easy syllogism. Very, very easy. But you don't have it. We don't. Whoa. Do you just say that we don't have the Injil? When your God tells us to read it and judge by it? Can you judge by something that you don't have? What is this?